Hi, thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for pressing that little button and for being a member of the V. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video in the launch of the biopendant and a rediscovery of some of the uses of the biodisc. If I may, I'm just going to talk a little bit about energy. And the energy that you're generating, it's not the energy that lifts an aeroplane off the ground. It's not the energy that drives a motor car along the road or even brings us light. It's the energy of life. In our energy, we have in traditional Chinese medicine and in many, many other wellness energies around the world, we believe that the body has an energy level itself. Within that energy, we have chakras, the crown chakra you probably know about, the stomach, the heart chakras. Connecting all of these are the meridians. The body is a little like a computer. It uses energy. But the more we use the computer, we know that displacement of all the knowledge within the computer slows the computer down. And we also know that if you hit the defragmentation button, your computer speeds up. And the things that used to switch the computer off don't occur anymore when you defragment a computer. The body is similar. If we defragment the body, you become faster, more energized, more alert. In addition to that, when you have energy within your own body, you are able to now react to negative environments, even disease. You can react positively to foreign diseases. So that's the energy we're talking about. We're talking about balancing the frequency, the chakras, unblocking the meridians, and causing you to have more energy, something that we all need in these hectic days. And if you're a successful V member, then you need a lot of energy just to walk to the bank and put all that money in. Am I right? I hope so. Now, energy is about wellness. It is not anything to do with drugs. The product is not FDA approved. It's not a medical product. Please do not sell it as such, because you will find you'll land yourself and the company in trouble. You are selling an energy, a harmony of life. Very important you remember that. It is also a domestic product. Over the years, many people have come to me and asked, can we sell this to a water bottling company? Can we sell this to a fish farmer? Can we sell this to agriculture? This being the biodisc. Many of you know its properties and what it can do to water. We'll come on to that in a moment or two. Meanwhile, this is meant for your own personal use. Water in a commercial application such as a farm and such as a water bottling plant flows so quickly off this that it's the ability of the biodisc to transmit its energy is not kept up with the water volume. The other thing I'd like to mention is comparisons. Again, as you've all discovered the wonderful properties of the biodisc, and some of you with the new product of the pendant, many of you have now gone on to discover, yes, there are other energy products out there. Wow, it's a whole new wonderful world. And everybody's asking me, what is the comparison? Why is ours better? Well, simply, the best product on the market is the one that best suits the customer's needs. I can tell you where, in all our experiments, we differ from the majority, if not all, of other energy products. Simply put, we transmit energy, and you will see that shortly in this video, into any substance or any fresh living vegetable, fruit or flower. And when we've transmitted that energy, it stays. The other thing that we do is we transmit energy through light, And would you believe this one's new for all the old IRs, you didn't know this one. I'm terrible, I give you a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. You can also transmit energy by blowing air. And you'll see me doing some experiments with that. To my knowledge, no one else selling energy products, no one else manufacturing any energy products as we do, can do light transmission, air transmission, and instant transmission of frequencies into any other substance. That sets you apart. And remember, please, that despite the difference in the comparisons, that QuestNet and you, the V, are the only people who are selling the biodisc and the biopendant in the entire world. My partner Stanley Young and I have that much faith in you that please make the world happy, make it a better place using a positive energy. Thank you for watching, and I hope the rest of the video is interesting to you. Hello again. Now we're going to talk about energy transfer. And energy transfer happens in a number of ways, but in this case it happens through a frequency in the biodisc, which you all know about. And just as a little reminder, the difference between our product and other products is we transfer the energy, and the energy is transferred once again. If you can't do that, if you can't prove that, then how can you prove that other energies exist? So, as far as we know we're the only company who can do the following experiment. And you should try this at home if you haven't already. You take a normal bottle of drinking water, one biodisc, and you simply transfer the energy from the biodisc into the water, in this case 4 glasses, and each glass will have bioenergy, which means it simply has a frequency, exactly the same frequency as the biodisc, which will be now in the water. And to show how potent and positive energy this is, I'm simply going to take 2 slices of lemon, place them in the center of the bioenergy field, water, not the biodisc, the energy from the water. And in 15 minutes time, I'll see you again. You don't have to wait 15 minutes. It's the amazing thing with videos. I'll walk off, and in 15 minutes time, we'll see the difference in this lemon and its sister, which has not been treated. And I'm taking the biodisc with me. See you shortly. Thank you. "15 minutes have rolled by, and in this short period of time, these lemons have become younger, they taste fresher than its sister lemon, which has not been in the energy field, and the energy field, as a reminder, was simply transferred from the biodisc into the water. And again, no other product that we can find can do this. I've got a colleague in the office here. Which one? Would you like to come in? Well done, thank you very much. Now, if you don't mind, I haven't got a knife, so I don't have to stick it in you. No, the knife was meant to cut the lemon. If you wouldn't mind taking one of those lemons and just tell our audience if it looks fresher than the other.
It does. It does.
And would you mind tasting it? Still sour, it's still a lemon. And if you wouldn't mind tasting the one we haven't treated. Yes, please. Watch his face. Very sour, very bitter. Well, I'm sorry you had to go through that pain. The taste buds will get better, but if you drink this water, it's perfectly all right to drink this water from the lemons, and I should clean up your palate now. Just have a little stir around, it will all get fresh. Okay, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you. Thank you. Now, that's energy transfer, using water as the medium. And remember, when we drink this water, the balance and the energy goes into our body. If we shower under this water, we also are energized from without. What you may not know is that while we drink water every day, because the water is dirty, we drink from bottled water. Isn't it amazing that while you're sitting there watching this, you're probably going home to have a bath or a shower, and that water is so dirty you won't drink it. So why are you standing under it? Because for every 5 minutes you stand under a shower, that dirty water you won't drink permeates the skin. The answer? Simple. Do one of two things, and really good for children. You make some energy water, put it in a big bucket after you shower, pour the energy over you. Your harmony, your balance, your chi, your chakras, meridians all come in line. So you can now go off to school, go off and do a day's work, do the housekeeping in balance and harmony with life. Otherwise, you can stand with the biodisc under the shower, but be careful, they break. And when they break, you can literally push them back together again and they still work. But you won't get two halves of a biodisc working, you will only get one whole biodisc working, even if it's got lots of cracks in it. Now in this demonstration, a beautiful young lady, not that I'm normally with, is going to demonstrate the lime juice. Oh, beg your pardon, it's lemon juice, isn't it? Okay. So the lemon juice. Now this can be done with alcohol, this can be done with cold tea, lemon juice, lime. Whatever we transfer the energy into changes taste for the better. It just actually becomes fresher. So we have a renewed energy, a renewed life. And again, we're still the only company who can do this instantly. Obviously, being younger than me, you won't have a shake in your hand when you pour the lemon off. So that's the one that's treated. This is the one that's untreated. You don't need any time. And you can actually see there's a difference in the color. This looks lighter than this one. And this is because it actually has crystals in the water and a molecular structure which refracts more light. Now, if you wouldn't mind, we'll use your taste buds to taste that one. Tastes like lemon juice. Now try the other. Difference is, it bites, it's sharp, and it's not smooth. You know, if you took a fresh lemon off the tree and made lemon juice, it would taste exactly like that. But this lemon juice could well be, although it's called fresh, the lemon could have been at least 7 days old. So you've got dead lemon juice, not fresh lemon juice. And the difference is astonishing. You can do it on milk, tea, coffee, everything. And I hope you can do it on your boyfriend, but we'll try that later. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Now, we've been talking about energy transfer, and you've seen some of the energy transfer using water as the medium to transfer to. Now, the energy can also be transferred through light, and this light is called Scala, S-C-A-L-A-R. Please look it up on the web. That will give you more information than I have time to talk to you now on this video. But when you apply scalar energy, it is two tubes of light. The outside circle removes weight and mass. The inside circle, when you're spinning anti-clockwise, causes cells to go back to their original form, it is thought. The theory of Scala is old, the practice of Scala is unique. the V have come to your rescue. I'm going to show you a prototype. You can't sell it yet, but in a few months you will be able to. Instead of spinning your LED torch, minimum 60 lumens, 100 lumens is better, you can actually use this. This is how genius the V are. A first in the world, LED luminescence, which is spinning anti-clockwise. And guess what? It's exactly the correct size to fit the biodisc. Now you have a biodisc with automatic LED lumen. And you're going to see what we use this for in a moment. Now, something new. The biodisc also produces something called scalar energy. As you know, we've talked about it. And we're going to do a little test with scalar energy. It has a number of amazing qualities, and one of them is the ability to remove the effect of gravity on a human being. So we have 4 pretty volunteers here and 1 very ugly one. And we're going to now proceed to use scalar energy in a way you may never have seen before. So ladies, first of all, we've discussed this a little earlier. Make your fingers like this. And we're going to try and lift him just using your own body energies. No one's using biodiscs or biopendants, okay? Please, if you don't mind, just bend down on the front. Now, bend your knees when you're trying to lift him. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Just your arms underneath. Just put them down like this. Okay. And the ladies are going to, on the command of 3, try and lift him. 1, 2, 3. Lift. No, impossible. Okay. Now stand up, catch your breath. So now the revolution. We're going to use automatic lighting to shine scalar energy for about 2 minutes. The scalar energy is going through his crown chakra, through his body. Don't shine scalar energy into the eyes because someone may feel uncomfortable. So I'm just going to show you the effects of scalar. Okay. Now he has no gravity. Ladies, if you don't mind, use your fingers and lift him up. Go. Okay, down. Thank you very much, ladies. Fantastic, all of you. Hi again. Now we're going to talk about the pendant, and it has also an energy, and we have different uses for the pendant compared to the biodisc. And many people ask me, why do I need 2? Well, I'm sitting next to one reason I need 2. This is a computer. It has radiation. You can buy radiation screens, but a computer and the cables that are running through your business building, through your home, all emit an electrostatic energy, a frequency, which the pendant overcomes. So those of you who have seen me wearing the pendant now know why. It's to protect me against other negative frequencies, other negative energies, which are non-human. So I wear this all the time when I'm with my computers, mobile phones. Don't believe everything you read in newspapers, and never believe a man. Most of the ladies are smiling now, and the reason is men tell lies. So check some of the things I'm telling you. Read about these things. Do some tests yourself. We're going to do a lot of tests now using the energy of the pendant. One of the things you should test, just take 2 mobile phones, get them to phone one another, put an egg in the middle of the 2 mobile phones, and you will find the egg after 30 minutes is cooked, and you're answering telephones next to your brain. without a pendant, not for Ian Lyons. I hope not for you either. So we have two applications to neutralize electrostatic energy and other frequencies. But of course, we can do many other things. Lemon, lime, orange, whatever, the same thing that we can do with the biodisc. But in this case, we use the pendant's energy in a different way, because my partner, Stanley Young, a very clever man, developed the pendant so it was a static energy which emitted a solid wall, a wave of frequency. So we use that wave in a different way. In this case, I'm going to take the pendant off. Now I'm going to use the biopendant to change the taste of this lemon juice. But I'm going to use it in a different way than you've actually seen with the biodisc. You could have brandy, whiskey, wine, it doesn't matter, the energy is transferable. But with the biopendant, it's simpler. We simply spin the energy held by the biodisc around the outside of the container, in this case a glass, and it changes. You need to spin at least 15 times around the outside. As I said before, men tell lies, so try this at home. This is now smoother and sweeter and fresher than this one, and it really is. The amazing thing about the biopendant is that it not only changes the taste and extends the shelf life of things. You can put this in the fridge and it will also extend the life of vegetables and fresh fruit in the fridge. But it will extend your own energy levels. For instance, you should try this. Run 100 meters or a mile. If you're exhausted, stop running. Get your friend to then give you the pendant. Simply wear the pendant around your neck, and I assure you, you'll be instantly able to run again. It extends the energy levels of your body by allowing your body to harmonize and bring the energy levels from different areas to the areas that are required. Again, it's based on the theory that the energy of the body is like a computer, becomes fragmented, and we just bring the harmony and the balance and the chakras together, but instantly. It's your own personal Qigong, Tai Chi, Ayurvedic, medical, wellness practitioner's tool. But this is portable, so you can have enhanced energy straight away using the pendant. The other uses of the pendant are simple. Like in the biodisc, if you're foolish like me and smoke, and please don't start smoking, it's very dangerous and very bad for your health, but it smoothens the cigarette. It doesn't bite your throat, as we found with other liquids. In this case, it's air, and I simply rub the cigarette across the top of the biopendant, and the cigarette is changed in taste and character. It actually burns quicker. You can see it when you compare two cigarettes. That's what I mean about transfer of energy. Many products on the market give you energy, or they claim to do many things, and I'm sure they do. But can you transfer the energy to something that is inert or fresh fruit or liquid and instantly taste and smell and see the difference? This is transfer energy technique, and that's what QuestNet and the V promote. You have one other benefit. And this is for all those Questnetters who often wonder what else Ian Lyons is going to pull out of his top pocket. I'm not a magician, and neither is my partner Stanley Young. But he is a genius. And look what you can do with the bio pendant. No one has seen this. I take the lime, the lemon, the whiskey, whatever the liquid is, and I simply blow the energy onto the outside of the glass, turn the liquid through the energy field that I created by blowing air over this, and it has even changed color. This is the one we treated before, and this is the newly treated one. The energy by blowing is enhanced energy. So imagine what you can do by just hanging a biopendant from your air conditioning duct. Don't believe me, but if you want to enhance the chi energy of your rooms when you're sleeping, take this off at night and hang it through the air conditioning grills, and you will feel the difference of chi energy in your life. This is proof that energy is transferable through air, and we and you are the only company that can do that. Enjoy. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have pendants, please, when you go tonight, take them off, because you cannot sleep. Okay, you have very short sleep bursts. Okay, let your body go back to normal. This is not a drug, it's natural. But take it off at night, because otherwise you're going to do what I'm going to do. And all you guys can do this in your demonstrations. But you need 5 people, but I'm going to choose them. This is just alpha water, all right? Right, we'll take the 2 tall guys. If you don't mind, you're going to be at the back. And you remember what we did? Have you got biodiscs? Take the biodiscs off, take the pendants off, take everything off, including your trousers. Because the ladies see, not bad. Have you got a biodisc or a pendant, my brother? No? Okay, now just put your hands out like this. Thumbs and forefingers, okay? Lock your thumbs over the top. You need that, okay, so you don't break your fingers, okay? Right, you 2 guys are going to try and pick him up under here, okay? Just with your fingers under his legs. You guys are going to be under his arms. Just put your arms down, okay? Now, thank you. I've got it now. Thank you. I can use the mic now. Thanks, darling. Okay, on the count of 3, you're going to try and pick him up. Just bend your legs. Don't do it on your back. You'll hurt your back. And these 2 guys, you're okay standing up, okay? We might change you 2 around. If you come down here, yeah, so we've got a little bit of height. Okay, so we're going to try and lift him up. Okay, just your fingers. Just your fingers. Just your fingers, okay? Are you ready? You're going to try. 1, 2, 3. Oh, geez. Oh, dear. Electrostatic energy. Okay, now we're going to use, this is alpha water, okay? You saw him pour it out. Now, I want you to each take a sip, if you don't mind drinking out the same glass, if that's not a bother. And then I'll come and don't finish it all off, okay? Don't finish all the water off. Okay, just a sip. Okay, so they're going to balance their body. Yep. Now, what we're going to do, can you hold the mic? Thank you. So now I'm going to, these are the chakra points. Crown chakra, third eye. I'm not blessing him, okay? Nothing to do with religion, okay? On his heart, okay? Crown chakra, third eye, throat chakra, and heart, okay? Crown, give you a little more because it's just thinning. Third eye, throat, and his heart. Now this is just alpha, okay? Okay. Okay. He's the same weight. We didn't use Scarlett to take it away, but these guys will be able to lift him like nobody's business. Ready? Fingers out. Lots of power. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, up. Okay. Thank you. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little sequence of clips, and if you have been watching, I much appreciate it. And if you need chi and energy in your life, I can assure you, the biopendant fills my life with chi, which is positive, and I'd like to share that with you, and through you, for the rest of mankind, because you are our hands, ears, and mouths for the rest of the world. Without you, we cannot cheer, we cannot hope, we cannot reach our goal of benefiting mankind. So it is in your hands, not mine. Thank you very much for watching. May your God go with you. Namaste. I believe you've enjoyed the video, and this little segment is about the questions and answers and many other topics that we have had over the last 2 years. But just to reiterate, the difference between the biodisc and the biopendant is simple. You can see it's smaller, but this pendant produces an energy en masse which protects you against the radiology and the radio frequencies and other negative frequencies that can dysfunctionalize your harmony within your own chakras and within your body. The biodisc is mainly used to transfer the energy into liquid or into light, where we then use those energies for other things, improving taste, etc., etc. On the biodisc, because a lot of you have been selling this for 2 years or more now, I often get emails and phone calls, can I use this on farms? Yes, you can if it's a very small farm, but you must remember that the biodisc is created for domestic application. Its use is mainly by pouring water off to enhance the energy. Its speed of travel is slow and we get more energy captured into the liquid. If we stand the disc under a liquid, because the liquid is not moving, the molecules within the liquid are not moving, we have to use the spinning energy created by my partner Stanley Young to transfer the energy. That transference takes about 15 minutes into only a glass. So if we have a glass which is maybe 100 ml, 10, 15 minutes. So you can imagine how long it would be for a gallon of water. Some of you are using it successfully with a fuel pump from the petrol station. Is passing fuel through the fuel gun at a slow enough rate for the energy to be transmitted into the fuel. Many of you are discovering that you're saving fuel and your car is going quicker. But if you have a high pressure hose passing water through this, it's passing so quickly it has no time to change its energy of that water. So it can't be used on a farm. It can be used very successfully in your garden and in flower storage areas. We do make commercial products. Don't forget, we've been producing these products for many years, but not this size and not for domestic applications. We've been producing them this size to go around the outside of a pipe or an oil pipe this size. And then you need our commercial products. But please specifically stick to your domestic applications because that's what you know. You're not engineers. The pendant, as you've seen, can be spun. You can blow the energy over the top of the pendant and protects you once again against the irradiation of other objects. Please remove the pendant at night from your body. You do not get a good night's sleep when you're energetic. But if you do want a good night's sleep, simply pour 4 bottles of water over the top of the biodisc, put the caps on them, and place them around the ends of the 4 corners of the bed. You are then in a turbulent area of positive energy as it swings through all 4 bottles. You will have a very good night's sleep then, in harmony and with the chakras in your body positively aligned. So there are many differences between both products, and the answer is yes. For a perfect life, perfect harmony, perfect energy, you do need both. The biodisc has been around for a long time, so everybody knows its uses. Unfortunately, in the early days of your launch of the pendant, people used it incorrectly. They were trying to do biodisc things with the pendant. And so some people said it didn't work. But it always works when you use it for the correct application, for enhancing the energy, the strength, the stamina of your body. You can feel it straight away, it's instant. Just remember those video clips of people being able to be picked up on the fingers. The other applications, some people are trying to pour water over the top of this. It doesn't work. It's not designed. It's a solid energy field, whereas this is a spinning energy field. It doesn't work. You have to use the biopendant and spin the energy, then it works. Okay? If you're using the pendant for scalar energy, you place the light on here and you turn the light and the pendant. You don't turn the pendant through the light. It has to be turned together because it's a mass energy. The theory of light was a theory by a man called Rife, who invented the first electronic light telescope. And Rife was an amazing man. He died in poverty, and he also discovered the first recognition of a cancer cell. But we're going back 80 years. There was another man who you've probably heard of more recently called Tesla. Tesla was a genius, born out of his time. And again, everybody thought he was a crackpot, as they do me. Don't worry, they do me too. And Tesla and Rife came up with the theory of a universal energy that was transferable through light. And for a long time, many scientists and physicists have been looking for it. We discovered that the biodisc when using the correct LED light with a minimum of 60 lumens, 100 is best, span anti-clockwise produces scalar energy. And the same with the pendant. Now you can't do that with a rock or a sign of a religious motif around your neck. While they're wonderful products, they don't produce scalar energy. In theory, because no one at the current time can prove it, we can only prove it by showing its results. So in quantum physics and physics, we measure the results rather than how does it achieve this. And the results seem to be proving the theory that scalar energy is a tube of light, but we also believe, but we are an exception to the rule, that it is also a airborne energy. And it has two effects. One is on time and space. That's the inner tube of scalar. It is thought, no one can prove it, including ourselves, I might add. And the outer one is on a mass which seems to be able to overcome the effects of gravity. And again, in all the tests we do, we seem to prove the theory correct. But I can't tell you how it works because it was only a theory until we discovered that we actually made the theory true. With the pendant, okay. Yes, I'm often asked this about what should be the best metal around the outside of the pendant, and where is the best place to wear the pendant. It's made in a special silver, and the silver was chosen because it's inexpensive compared to gold, and these days the prices of gold are just becoming exorbitant. If you prefer gold, please have the gold or the silver bezel, gold plated. You will not destroy the energy. Silver is not quite as good a remitter of positive energy as gold, but the difference is argumentative, and when we do prognos tests, as many of you have seen with the pendant, there is little or no difference. In fact, some of the best wellness users and gurus in the wellness industry who use our product only use it in the silver formation. If you want gold, or you'd like to paint it, or you'd like to have a wood one, fine. Or you'd like to have leather around your neck, wonderful. However, I'll add one overrider. The outer casing is not as important as the position that you wear the pendant, and it should be on the sternum. It should be just on the top of your breastbone. And for that reason, no one is supplied the pendant with a chain, because we all have different upper body lengths. And if the chain is wrong, then you aren't getting the correct frequency into your body at that moment. So please buy a chain that allows the pendant to sit in the correct position. And this is the correct position. I'd take my clothes off, but that's an ugly sight. Unlike the biodisc, where you're drinking the energy, so it is absorbed, its absorption level is huge at an intercellular level. So with the biodisc, the energy will stay for quite some time. In many cases, days. In some cases, only a few hours if you're exerting yourself. With the pendant, if you're just using the pendant on your outer body, or next to your body, as soon as you take it off, within half an hour, the energy has gone. And thank heavens for that, because if it wasn't, you couldn't sleep well. So it's instant energy. And again, another question I'm sure it's coming. What's the difference between the biopendant and other pendants that are on the market and other energy things, as I said in the opening piece, they're all wonderful products, I'm sure. But if you can make those products change the taste of something by shining a light through them, by blowing energy, just normal air, over the top of them, or by standing a glass of wine, whiskey, water, whatever you care, lemon juice, fresh fruit, fresh flowers on top of it, or pouring water over the disc and then putting cut flowers into the water and seeing how long they live, or taking a dead thing like an onion and putting it into bioenergized water and seeing that the whole thing blooms and grows. If the other products can do that, buy them. Buy a lot of them because they're very good products. But most of them can't. Often I'm asked the same question. And the answer to a molecular structured water, it's not bio-water per se, it's the frequency that we creates a molecular structure within the liquid. How long does that molecular structure last? And how long does the energy last within that molecular structure and therefore within the liquid? The answer to that is it depends on the atmosphere that the water is being stored in or kept in. If it's in a neutral atmosphere where there is no frequencies, no disturbances like sunspots, like magnetic fields, like huge electrical impulses, the answer would be probably 50 years, 50 years. But if you store that same energized water in direct sunlight, the energy is disturbed by the far rays, which are negative in this case, and destroys the frequency. So after 8 hours, it doesn't work. The energy is not there. And how I treat energy is it should be measurable, i.e. after 8 hours or 3 days or 4 days, if 4 glasses of water that you've energized a year ago, 8 hours ago, whatever time ago, cannot change something, to me it has no energy. So we know sunlight disturbs the frequency 8 hours, so that's why you can't put this in a swimming pool. It won't work because you've got direct sunlight, okay? So please don't phone me about swimming pools. I get about 100 questions about that every week. We do make swimming pool and spa units, but they're commercial. However, if you then energize the water using this and store it in your fridge, 50 years, neutral atmosphere, okay? I get, again, a lot of questions on negative water. What is negative? If we listen to the scientists, okay, scientists say that the best water in the world is pure water. And pure water is distilled water or is water called reverse osmosis or RO water. Now that's scientists, but I would argue with the scientists, and I often do. If you take distilled water or RO water and you try and germinate a seed, or you try and grow plants in that, they fail to germinate. Why? That water does not have the natural energy of life. That's my argument. The scientists will come back to me and say, but it's pure. But I say, if it doesn't have a frequency, it's not really good. Now, negative and positive frequencies. Our bodies are all made differently, thank heavens. That's why we're a human race. We're all different. And living in harmony is difficult for some people because they're always on edge, they're always shouting, they're always angry. Certainly by having the biodisc around you or the water around you calms those tendencies for stress. or wearing the pendant during the day certainly removes or reduces those tendencies. That's just a frequency. We often find that when we have the 4 bottles of water around the bed that we've energized and put the caps on, not always, but often, that we find black dots of carbon in those bottles. When we have it analyzed, we find that it's actually a negative frequency, an electrostatic wave, a microwave of some sort. You're all sleeping in beds, I hope. Some poor people in the world aren't. And with us buying homes or building our homes, we often don't take any consideration of where the cables are that are feeding the lights, the air conditioning, or if we're in an apartment block, the cables are running outside the house. If you coil an electric cable up, it gets hot. That's an energy. That's an energy field that's coming into you and disturbing your natural energy. You are not being defragmented by it, you are being fragmented. Many people have sleep but wake up with headaches, they feel tired, exhausted. Many of those people are in the top apartment, in executive homes, in the very top apartment, and right above them are all the air conditioning, all the electro frequencies, everything, and they don't have very good night's sleeps. But don't believe me. Look up on the web and look for E-smog, E-S-M-O-G. Then you will learn a lot more than I can tell you right now in the moments that we have. So you can often see, to reiterate, the E-smog transferred into a black carbon dust into the water when we've separated the water by 1 meter or more. Holding the water together, you'd never see it. But when we create this tornado of positive energy, it captures that negative E-smog, which is transferred into black carbon dust. Don't drink that water. Keep the cap on, throw the water and the bottle in the dustbin. Make some new energy water for that bottle that's got the black dust and just place it at the foot of the bed or wherever you took it from. The bottles don't have to be the same size, same shape either. It's just energy we're dealing with. Okay?
Change the bottles overnight?
No, you can leave the bottles there until you get black carbon dust in them.
Okay. Well, I think we've answered most of the questions. I think the general ones.
All right.
So,
Good.
you want to wrap up?
Thank you very much. Thank you for all the questions. And I'm sure there are many questions that personally you're wondering why they didn't ask that. Well, there are questions and questions and questions with answers on the QuestNet website. I suggest that you visit that. And otherwise, I'll see you at one of the conferences somewhere in the world, and maybe you're one of the lucky thousands that get up to try and bombard me or one of the team with questions. Until then, God bless you. Stay well. Namaste.